Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and this is gonna be lesson 7.4, solving logarithmic equations. So if you remember, in the last lesson, we're gonna use this again. So it was log base b of x equals your y. So that's how we're gonna solve these. They're gonna be really simple. So like first, and this is gonna be all the problems on this lesson. There's 8 problems and they're all these same equations. So for example, we start with this first one. Log to the base of 6 of x equals -2. So if you notice, they're giving you the base, they're giving you the y. So that's enough to solve for x because so now when we change it, remember what we did in the last lesson, we change it to exponential form, then we can solve it. So remember what that is we take the base, it goes there, we take our y, it goes to the exponent, and then equals x. Now this is where you've got to, now you can use your calculator, or you can remember, like you got to bring in kind of your exponential, or your exponent rules that we've learned before. So remember, anytime you have a negative in your exponent, I'm just going to flip this around. It's going to make that a fraction, and you need to flip the fraction so that you have no more negative in your exponent. So now we can do 1 over 6 to the second, which is going to be 1 over 6 times 6, which is 36. And like I said, you can put that in the calculator and it'll simplify it for you. The next one, I'm going to do about 3 of these, but on your assignment, remember you'll have 8. So this one, so you have log with base 8 of x equals 1/3. So remember, when we change it to the exponential form, this is your base, then y is your exponent, and then it equals x. So now we're solving for x. And if you remember, we learned this too. This is a root problem. So this is going to be a third root because it's 1/3. So you can either, again, put in your calculator, or you can know that that means it's a third root of 8. And then what you do is you think about, well, what number could be multiplied 3 times to equal 8? Well, it's 2. I'm going to flip this around. It's 2 times 2 times 2. So that means the third root of 8 is 2. And that's the solution to that equation. All right, one more. Log base 10 of x equals -1. So again, we change it to the exponential form. Whoops, you might want to see it. Base 10, -1 is your y, so it's now your exponent, and then equals x. And so again, we have that negative exponent. And so remember, anytime you need to get rid of that negative exponent, you make it a fraction and you flip it. So this is just going to be x equals 1/10. Okay, so to solve these logarithmic equations, you take your log form, change it to exponential form, and then you'll be able to solve it. Okay, all right, that's lesson 7.4.